Hello students, Unit 3 Magnetism and Magnetic Effect of Electric Current. Here in this video let me see what is cyclotron. Okay, here cyclotron is a device used to accelerate the charged particle to gain large kinetic energy. Okay, it is also a high energy accelerator that is invented by Lorentz and Livingston. Okay, let me see the principle of this device. Here the principle of the device is, if suppose a charged particle is moving normal to the magnetic field. Okay, here I consider a charged particle Q that is moving normal to the magnetic field. It experiences a force. That force is known as Lorentz force, that is equal to F vector Q V vector cross B vector. Due to this Lorentz force it attains circular path. Okay, this is the principle of this device. Okay, here the cross represent the magnetic field is inverse. In that magnetic field the charged particle is moving perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, at that moment the charged particle experiences a force that is known as Lorentz force. Okay, due to this Lorentz force it attains circular path. Okay, let me see the construction of the device. Here cyclotron consists of two circular metallic cylinders. Okay, these are called Ds. This is D2, this is D1. Okay, these Ds are enclosed in a evacuated chamber. Here the cross represent the magnetic field is placed perpendicular to the plane of the Ds. Okay, these two Ds are separated by a small gap. In that gap at the center we are placing a source of positive ion. Okay, then these two Ds are connected with a high frequency alternating voltage. Okay, this is the construction for this device. Let me see how it works. Listen, at first moment, okay, the ion, that means here I consider a positive ion, it eject from this source. Okay, a positive ion is eject from this source, then it will accelerate towards the D's having negative potential. Okay, by consideration I consider at first moment this D's having negative potential, this D having positive potential. So this positive ion will accelerate towards the D1. Okay, because it is a positive ion, it will move towards the negative potential, so it will move like this. Okay, here the magnetic field is perpendicular to the velocity. Okay, so it will move in a circular path. After a one semicircle, then it will reach the gaps. Okay, then at that moment the polarity of the D's are changed. Here the D2 became negative and D1 became positive. Then again accelerate, it attain a one more semicircle. Okay, here it attain a one circular path. Okay, for this circular motion the centripetal force of the charged particle is provided by the Lorentz force. Okay, for this circular motion the centripetal force provided to that charged particle is by Lorentz force, because it is moved perpendicular to the magnetic field, so it attain a Lorentz force. Due to that it attain a circular path. Okay, then we can write centripetal force, that is equal to mv square by r, that is provided by Lorentz force. Lorentz force we know very well, F is equal to BQV, because Lorentz force F is equal to BQV sin theta. Here the angle between velocity vector and B vector is 90 degree. Okay, so the force is BQV. Okay, here we can write centripetal force is equal to Lorentz force. Okay, then solving this we get R is equal to mv by dq. Okay, here m is a mass of that positive ion, b is a magnetic field, and q is a charge. These are constant. So the radius is directly proportional to velocity. Okay, if velocity increases, then the radius of the circular path also increases. This relation implies that thing only. Okay, if suppose the velocity increases, then the radius also increases. Okay, then this process repeats. Okay, then this process repeat. At a final moment, it reaches the edge of the D, then it is collected by a deflector plate. Then next it is allowed to fall on a target. Okay, see, for this moment the direction will be clockwise, here also clockwise. Okay, that's all. Listen, here it work on the principle, the charged particle moving normal to the magnetic field. Okay, that's why the charged particle experience a Lorentz force. Due to that force, it attain a circular path. Okay, here at that moment, at the initial moment, the positive ion is ejected, then it is attracted towards a negative potential. At that moment, the D1 having negative potential, so it will accelerate towards the D1. Then it come to the center of the two D's. At that moment, the polarity is reversed. Okay, then it again accelerated towards the D2, because at that moment D2 having the negative potential. Okay, then this process repeats. After it reach the edge, then it is collected by the deflector plate. Then it is allowed to fall on a target. Okay, let me see one more important condition, that is resonance condition. Here, listen, here we are applying some frequency. Okay, that frequency is equal to the frequency of the positive ion circulating in that magnetic field. That is known as resonance. Okay, if suppose the frequency of positive ion circulating in magnetic field is equal to oscillating frequency. Okay, then we can know oscillating frequency, that is equal to QB by 2 pi m, because it is a reciprocal of time period. We know time period of the cyclotron is T is equal to 2 pi m by dq. Okay, then we can find the kinetic energy of the charged particle also. Kinetic energy formula of m square, that is equal to 1 by 2 m. The velocity value we can get from this equation. Okay, here v is equal to bq pqr by m. Okay, v is equal to bqr by m. Then square m cancelled, then we get 1 by 2 b square q square r square by m. That is the kinetic energy attained by the charged particle by the help of cyclotron. Okay, here some limitations are there. The speed of the ions is limited. Okay, then the electrons cannot be accelerated by the cyclotron. Then also uncharged particle, that means neutron also not accelerated by the cyclotron. Okay, here let me see a short recap of today's topic. In our today's class, we found the magnetic field due to a toroid. We know very well the magnetic field inside the toroid will be some value, but the magnetic field at the region interior and exterior is 0. Okay, that are constructed by using Ampere's second law. Okay, then after Lorentz force. Lorentz force is a force experienced by the charged particle under the influence of electric and magnetic field. Okay, under the influence of electric field, the charged particle at rest, it experiences a force. Okay, but under the influence of magnetic field, the charged particle at rest, it does not experience a force. Okay, if suppose the charged particle moving in a magnetic field but it experience a force. If suppose the charged particle moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, it experience a maximum force. If suppose that same charge moves with a velocity v but it is not perpendicular, at that case the charged particle velocity would be split into two components. One is parallel component, other one is perpendicular component. Then the parallel component does not change, but due to the perpendicular component it will experience a Lorentz force and moves in a helical path. Okay, this is a Lorentz force expression. Fm vector is equal to q v vector cross b vector. It is a magnitude value. Here the Lorentz force directly proportional to magnetic field velocity of the charge moves, then angle between the v vector and b vector. If magnetic field increases, force increases, then velocity increases, force increases, then the magnitude of the charge increases, for that case also force increases. Okay, then motion of the charged particle in uniform magnetic field. Here it is the principle of cyclotron. Okay, see, here we are moving the charged particle with a velocity v that is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Then the charged particle experience a force that is known as Lorentz force. Due to Lorentz force it attains circular path, then that is known as centripetal force. Okay, using this relation we can find the time taken to complete one rotation, and we already know the frequency that is a reciprocal of time period. That frequency is known as cyclotron frequency or gyro frequency. Then this frequency and angular frequency does not depends on radius and charge value. Okay, but it depends only on the q by m ratio, that is a specific charge ratio. Okay, here it is a concept used in mass spectrometer to differentiate the two isotopes. Okay, here in this concept the electric field vector and the magnetic field vector are perpendicular to each other. For that case the electric force is balanced by Lorentz force. Okay, for that case we found the velocity. If it is a velocity attained by the ion from this velocity selector. Okay, if the given velocity is greater than the v naught, then the charged particle would deflect towards the Lorentz force. Okay, then if suppose the applied velocity is less than v naught, it will deflect in the direction of electric force. If suppose the applied velocity is equal to that of v naught, it does not deflect, it will go straight. Okay, then our last topic is cyclotron. Here we know cyclotron is a charge accelerator. Okay, to high kinetic energy. Okay, it work on the principle charged particle moving normal to the field, it experiences a Lorentz force. Due to that force it moves in a circular path. Okay, here it consists of 2Ds. That 2Ds are separated by a small distance. These 2Ds are placed in high evacuated chamber. Here the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the disc. Okay, then we see the working. Here the magnetic field is perpendicular to the motion of the charge, so it will attain a circular path. Due to Lorentz force it attains circular path. Then we can equate centripetal force and Lorentz force. Then we get an expression R is proportional to V. Here this indicate if velocity increases, then the radius of the path also increases. Finally it attains spiral path. Then it is collected from the deflector plate to hit on the target. Okay, here one important condition is there, that is resonance condition. At resonance condition the frequency of the positive ion circulating in the magnetic field is equal to oscillating frequency. Okay, here it is oscillating frequency, it is the reciprocal of frequency, that is a time period. Then kinetic energy also found. Then we know the limitations of cyclotrons also. Okay, let me see tomorrow's assignment, today's assignment, day 6 assignment. Here I gave 5 very short answer and 1 very short answer. This question may ask in these 2 different ways. Here 2 long answers. Okay, answer for these questions I mentioned here. Please refer your textbook. Okay, after completing this assignment, take a snap and write your name first, okay, and name, subject, then next send through that mail id, okay, that you know very well, exams at bluestarschool.edu.in, okay. Okay, thank you.